What's going on, people? This is Market Omega coming to you live from Mad Ass Money. Once again, I'll be going over the trades that I took from today and some of the big movers we had this past week. So let's go. All right. So just to start off with the trades we had today, I took a trade today. Actually, the market isn't even closed right now, so I got somewhere to be, so I'm just gonna do this recap before the market closes. Um, I took SONN today. Actually, we had SONN, ECOR, we had PRPO, ACHV, APDN, and MOGU, and a few other stocks that were gapping up. But I just wanted to take the ones that had the most volume and the most eyes on it. So I took SONN today, and pretty much, this stock, man, like the last few days, it's been creeping up. Like, I mean, yesterday it went from like 256 all the way popped up to about where's this? It's about 320, and then consolidated, and then in pre-market today went all the way up to about 740. I mean, that's a big rip. And then it started pulling back. It retraced at least 50% of the move from pre-market. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is, it's retraced a lot. It's due for a bounce. So market opened. I got long. I forgot the exact entry that I got long in, but I got long, I think, at like in the fives, somewhere in the fives, 540, I believe, and then I sold in the pop over 6. So that was a pretty good move. And then here, when it started testing the pre-market high and wouldn't break, it just kept going up, tapping, retracing. I was like, okay, well, this is looking really heavy. So I got short, and I think I got short around like the 730 area, and you know, covered. I started covering around. Actually, no, I got short around the 756. I'm sorry, it was like the 756 area, and then I covered around 720 and covered the rest. So it was a pretty decent trade. There was a lot of volume. Now, hindsight, I could have left this trade go on for for a lot lower, because I mean they had a lot of meat, and there was a lot of volume. I mean, look at this. It went from 740 all the way down to the fours. I mean, that's a big move if you were short. So, yeah. So basically, I just locked in for about 40 cents. So that was that. The other trade I took was ACHV. So this one, I took it for a bounce, pretty much. I think I got it somewhere around here in the 15s, I think. And then I scaled out all the way to 16. I think I got it somewhere around here, like 1540 or somewhere. So I got it on this bounce, and just like SONN, ACHV, popped up, from pre-market. It was at like actually this was like 56 cents, but I think it was a reverse split. So this was a reverse split. So obviously it didn't just pop up from 56 cents to $23 overnight. It was a reverse split. And then they had some news, I think. And let's see, there was some patent news. They were awarded a patent or something for coronavirus treatment. So, so with this one, went from 23 in pre-market and started falling. It kept falling all the way down to like 16. I'm like, okay, well, this is falling too much, man. It's gonna bounce at the open. So I took a bounce, scaled out, got like 1540s or something, or 1520s, and then scaled out and sold over 16. So that was a pretty decent move on that one. So those were the two long trades I took today. SONN long, ACHV long, and I also shorted SONN. So long and short for SONN. Now, the one that I went short on was FLDM. So this stock started popping. I mean, this was going, it was just like ripping, pull back, ripping. and I was like, okay, this is moving on volume. Must have some type of news or something that's propelling this move. That's like a 43% move. And sure enough, it was awarded 37 million for a project, some type of they got a government contract or something. So it popped up. Now, initially, I mean, I tried to short this. Where did I even try to short this? I think I tried to short it around like 8, and pull back a little bit. I was waiting for a fade, but it ended up reclaiming and ripped, and then I stopped out. So I gave back some profit on that one. Could have been a lot better. I should have, like, hindsight, I should have just relaxed and pulled up my charts, the larger time frame, and done some analysis, to have a better idea of, like, where the support and resistance is on the chart. But that's not what I did. Basically, just went in. Had a little bit of FOMO, and it was the stock was ETB. So, I just went ahead and shorted. Now, a lot of you guys know me from chat. Like, I'm a long bias trader, right? So, I usually go long. I've always gone long about 90% of the time. So, I'm usually a long bias trader. Now, the last few weeks, I've been trying to refine my short strategy, kind of go from like instead of being a 90% long trader and a 10% short trader to being about a 60% long trader and a 40% short trader. So I'm just trying to, like, maximize, the opportunities both on the short and the long side. So that was the trade I took today, FLDM. That was the short trade. I basically got in too soon because it ripped. I got stopped out, and but it faded though. It went from 926 all the way down to the sevens. So right now it's actually reclaiming a little bit, reclaiming the moving averages. So I can see this, like, in after hours, I can see this probably popping up to this VWAP level of 770s. So I think that's probably what's going to happen with this name. Okay, so those three were the trades that I took today. Now let's talk about the big boy, the granddaddy. Okay, KODK. My goodness, this stock. Wow. Okay, so this stock. If you guys don't know, if you haven't been paying attention the last few days, the most popular stock in the market has been KODK, Kodak. Honestly, this stock is just weird. Now everybody knows Kodak, right? They make cameras, and that's what they were. They were a camera company years ago. Now they changed. They went into blockchain in 2017 when the cryptocurrencies were going crazy. They decided to pivot from a camera company to blockchain. Okay, which to me it just sounds crazy. I mean, how can you be how can you be in one business for over 50 years and overnight you just flip and go into blockchain? Just because there's a lot of hype. But so they went to blockchain, and then most recently they went into healthcare. So I think they do some type of healthcare, something to do with healthcare, like drugs. And the reason why this stock started going up is because, look at this, they got a government loan for close to $1 billion for some, I think either an obesity drug or, actually, let me see here. I don't know. It's got to do with some drug, probably coronavirus drug, but whatever. A lot of these companies come out with news, just because of this whole coronavirus stuff that's going on. They just want to take advantage of it. So in order to prop up their stock, they put out some, news. Hey, we're looking into getting into coronavirus testing, or we're looking at, we're looking at research on the next drug that'll kill the coronavirus, or whatever. They just come up with something, their stock pops, and then the insiders can sell their stock, and then it tanks. This is the same story that's been going on for decades. So this stock, it just, like, let's just go back 3 days. Let me do 3 days so I can give you guys an idea of the movement. This stock went from, look at this. This was the 28th of July, which is on Tuesday. On Tuesday, this company was a $2.80 stock, and then it just kept going. Now this day right here, the 29th, was when it destroyed a lot of people. Like it just went. If you were short this stock, you just got blown up. Like you destroyed your entire account and some. Okay. So, a lot of people always say, oh, yeah, short, short, but you can wipe out your entire account in one trade. Now a lot of people on Twitter, I actually know a lot of people that actually got blown up. I just won't say any names, but, some people lost like tens of thousands of dollars. Some people lost their whole account just trying to short KODK. But this trade, I took it long. Started popping. Pretty much the way I traded this was I just went long on pullbacks. It just as long as it was holding the VWAP, I just bought pullbacks, holding the VWAPs, holding the moving average. I bought pullbacks on that. And I think there was an inverse head and shoulder pattern that I took on this one. I just let me see where was that. It was a certain pattern that I took on this name right here. Oh, gosh, I wish I could find it. Dang it. I don't know. It's here. So it's here somewhere. Was it? I think it was right here. Let me see. It was. I think it was right here. So if you look closely, right here, this is sort of like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So this is the neckline right here. This drop right here. That's. I'm sorry. This is the left shoulder. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder. Okay. So pretty much I just waited, and it was a breakout around 36. That was a breakout of this neckline. So as soon as it broke 36, I got long, and I scaled out. It was a pretty good trade. I think I took this after scaling out. I added on dips and sold, added on dips and sold. So we got some really good profit from KODK. So this stock was, it went all the way from like 280 to 60. Bam, like 60. If you were short this, you just got blown up. So that's that. Those are the trades that I took. KODK was the big trade. That was the one like everybody was watching. The one that you either made a lot of money on the long side or you got blown up on the short side. Okay. And I took some other trades, but the KODK was the one that stood out the most this whole entire week. All right. So as long we're in July. Today's the last day of July. Normally, we don't have this much momentum in the summer. Okay. Like if you go back the last few years, historically speaking, there's usually low volume during the summer. We don't have this much momentum. Now, because of the coronavirus, because of the lockdown, a lot of people are deciding to trade at home. And, you also have the stimulus package that went out, the $1,200 stimulus. A lot of people got some money to put it in Robinhood accounts and decided to trade. So that's why you see a lot of volume in the markets right now. Okay. And, you have stories of people trying to trade the markets, not knowing anything about the stock market or not having proper education. You think you're going to make money. It doesn't work like that. You need proper education. You need guidance. You need somebody that's done this and knows what they're doing to actually guide you, or else you're just going to end up, blowing your entire account or blowing your stimulus check. So, that's my advice. Hopefully we can, this momentum continues going into August. Hopefully we get bigger momentum than what we've had the last few months. And, historically speaking, we get even more momentum towards the end of the year. So around like mid-September all the way to, March, April 2021. That's around the time we get more momentum in the market. So let's just see what August has in store for us. And you guys take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Have fun with your friends and family. I always say that every time because that's the most important thing. Never lose sight of the most important thing in your life, which is, your family and the people that that care the most about you. All right. This is Market Omega signing off from madassmoney.com. And I'll see you guys next week for another recap. Take care.